Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2024 and the Port Vale save, which today we're on part number 9. Another friendly looms, but first of all, as I said and as I ended in the last episode, I've got to look for some players. They are not going to be any good, but I've got to get faces in, especially ML/MR. So while you was away, I looked in the transfers for free agents, but I did find one for 30,000 that obviously wasn't in the free agents. This is Callum Sullivan. He's just coming back from a slight injury. He plays DL and DR, both natural, and his points are quite good, and he's only 18 years of age, so I've gone for him. So that's one. Then these, well, there's 4 here, but one of them is Jamie Doley, who's already been, we've offered a contract for him from Tottenham, but the other 3 are free transfers. This is Sam Bailey, a DC. Will pretty much spend most of the season on the bench, I would think. But you know, it's not what we want. But unfortunately, we're going to have to get some faces. And then I've got Lewis Beckett, that plays ML and MC natural. The points again are not great. Young player. At least will be a rotation player, mostly spend most of his time on the bench, I would think. And we've also got Josh Hines. Now, only plays striker, but does play AMR and AML. And I'm going to be looking, because it's a right foot only, I'm going to be looking at training him as an MR. He is slightly training as one anyway, but unconvincing. So again, he will be a player that will rotate, most probably get a few chances, because I do want to get rid of this Gavin Massey, because he's taken a big chunk of wages out that we could do with. Right, so let's forward the game from where we left it there. So let's have a look at Sullivan. We'll start negotiations here. Future prospect. And wants 525 a week, so I'm happy with that, but I need him for another season. I want to see how good he is, and he's accepted that. And I don't know, it's not our friendly coming round, I don't think. We've just finished it. So we'll just have a quick look at the next day. Ours is on the 18th and we're still on the 15th, so yeah, we've got a few days. I'm at home to Macclesfield. Right, confirm what the groundsman asked. We don't have no problem with that. Weymouth have offered a trial for Sam Bailey. Grimsby loan offer here. Now, remembering Ryan Loft as a striker is on £3,000. We needed somewhere in the region of 1879 to clear that position off for now, until our Tottenham loanee comes in, and then we'll be in trouble again. 18. Don't know how that says accepted, although I must probably put that in myself. when I said that we took the last offer and would take anything the same or above. Bromley sign Sam Bailey. So that wasn't a great start, but the only thing for Sam Bailey is that he was a defender. And I'm really looking for MLMR, as you know. I'm surprised he went to Bromley. I mean, Port Vale, 2 leagues above. But mostly knew he'd be on the bench. But that was a quick signing. So we're 2 days before the next friendly against Robbie Savage's Macclesfield. And I don't know what's happened to our other loanee player. Seems to be a while since I put that offer in, but he's still there on the sheet as we saw, so he hasn't just disappeared. Let's hope someone signs just before this friendly kicks off. Nothing again. Now we move on to the day of the friendly. Well, Lewis Beckett is on his way, so I'm sure when I click this again they'll say, oh, he's not good enough for the squad. Let's see what they say about him. But I don't really have a choice. It's got to that stage now. I'll come back to that in just a moment, but we'll move Lewis Beckett into ML for now, and he is an under 21, so he will fit in there. Then I've got to deal with his contract, his wages, and the estimates that I think he should have been worth. And we still haven't cleared this part. There we go. I expected to see that. It's not good enough for Port Vale. So let's have a look then. It's here to the end of the season. That's why I didn't give him any extra. And he's only on £240 a week. 326 points to 20 years of age. So it tells me it's worth 259,674. And his wages should be somewhere around 860. So to be on 240, yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a new signing. It's somebody that we can rotate with those 3. I'm still not gonna drop out Jack Shorrock, and Ellis Taylor can go to and from MR to ML, so we don't have any problem there either. And we want to move him to the senior squad for now. And it's time for our 4th friendly. So we'll go into the tactics. Now, other than if there's any injuries, I think it's going to be pretty much the same team that's going to start as the last friendly. So there's no change in the goalkeepers. There's no change there either, or there. or there. The ML, Lewis Beckett, Ellis Taylor will move across to the right. So I do think that Shorrock will come out, and I will give Lewis Beckett time. So there's Lewis Beckett. We'll move him in for Jack Shorrock. His points are a lot better than that. And you can see here where the other players are beginning to get some condition and, of course, match sharpness in. But Lewis Beckett is going to have to start from scratch. What else have we got here? I think that's going to be about it. There's no change in midfield. So that's team selection, picked very quickly. And Beckett's in the team there. Everyone's in the team that should be in the team. Oh, thank God all the players are happy. That's because they're playing. As soon as you drop one, you'll see a big red come up there. So, at home to Macclesfield. Again, it's still a low team in the pyramid. So let's see if we can get a result here. We're ready for kickoff. Now they are in the Northern Premier League, and if you take it that we're in League One, you've got League Two, the Conference, the North and South, and then the Northern Premier League. We're sort of 4 divisions above them, and I always like to think that that's worth a goal a league. So 4-0, perhaps. Again, we're playing very well, but could it be 3 goals to 0? I don't know. We'll stick with that anyway. And Chislett already got a yellow card in the first minute, so that wasn't a good start. But as I said, when you're short of players in certain positions, the game tends to sort of ruin you if it can. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw him sent off, he'd miss a game and we'll be struggling again. But that's why I've had to come in and get these players. They're not great, but they are a face and they are cover. They're only 20 years old. It's not the end of the world, this guy that's going to start in the second half, Bennett. So Chislett's going to take the corner for Port Vale. Floats it in, and it's headed away by Macclesfield, but it's back in again. And Grant this time is going to chip it in, gets on the end of Ikpeazu, and it was close. And that's an easy one for the keeper. But again, it's an okay start from Port Vale. Nearly 9 minutes gone. So with the players that I was looking to sign this time, we most probably now will run out of money to spend. So we do need to get some in. So Ryan Loft is the obvious one, who's going to recoup us somewhere about 1,900 a week. And we've got Cass that we put on the transfer list as well. don't know what that was all about there, but that's gone out of play. 10 minutes gone. We've had 3 shots to their 0 plus 2 corners, and it's 50-50 possession. But in green here, we've got Connor Grant, which tells us his rating is good in the game so far. He's our top player. So yeah, Josh Shines, if he decides he's going to sign, I'm going to retrain as an MR. He has been doing it slightly, but he's unconvincing at the moment. Oh, and there's the first goal. Chislett. The ball gets taken over into the 6-yard box near him. Chislett on the end of it, headers it in and puts Port Vale 1-0 in front. But Mitch Clark there with the cross, and Chislett just on the edge of the 6-yard box headers that one home, and that's 1-0. But it's not a team you want to rule out, Macclesfield, because they're going to come through the divisions. After they were Macclesfield Town and went under, then they reformed, came back with Robbie Savage there. And yeah, it's I think they're going to breeze through the leagues and come back to where they once were in League Two. A great header again, but just over this time. Right down the left hand side, gets the cross in. It's headed away. Mitch Clark knocks the ball out wide again. And Grant, yep, gets a cross in this time. Hit Pizu. Garrity lining up. That's deflected, and Chislett knocks the ball low and back in again by Chislett. Josh Thomas out to low, first time in. And it Pizu on the end of that, but it's over the bar. And 18 minutes gone. And it's Port Vale 1, Macclesfield 0, 7 shots to 0, 2 corners to 0. But we are now slightly behind that. It's gone back to 50-50 possession. But this is our full friendly. So we're moving on. We did book in 7 friendlies, but they gradually get tougher as they go on. To say the last 2 there with Shrewsbury and Carlisle will definitely test us. And it's a corner to Port Vale. And Grant's going to swing this one in. And again it's cleared, only as far as Thomas. Knocks it back in again, and first time Ethan Chislett has put it in the back of the net. And that's 2-0 Port Vale, 28 minutes played. So Thomas gets on the end of the ball. He knocks it back in, and it's first time from Chislett. Keeper's no chance. 2-0. And that's his second of the game. So I'll say for him to stay fit, he's going to need help on that right hand side. And that was a great save there by Wickings. I nearly forgot about him, as he's had nothing to do since he's arrived. But that was a good save. And again, that's headed out, and that will be another corner to Macclesfield. Giving a little bit of run for the money. So, half an hour played, 10 shots to 1, 6 corners to 2, 51-49 possession, and 2 goals to the good. And after this game has finished, we will run the game on to the next friendly, because I want to see if any of these other players arrive. Coming forward again are Port Vale. Grant with a cross. And that was unlucky there by Thomas. Corner for Port Vale. Grant again, take it. Crosses it in, it's away again. Quite a good defence, Macclesfield. And Thomas passes it in. And that's been knocked out, and that's another corner, Port Vale. Chislett takes it this time, the keeper's out, punches it away, and they'll survive another attack. So Chislett on the score sheet twice, and Mitch Clark and Josh Thomas will pick up both assists in this first half. But again, I'm happy with the state of play out there. Be interested to see Lewis Beckett in the second half take over where Chislett is going to come off. So it's nearly half time, and there it goes, the whistle. back to the dressing room, and yeah, we're doing brilliantly again. I'm happy with the play there. And now the tactics. We will remove all of the first squad and put on the second string. Although I say second string, in that last friendly where we won 6-0, we did lead at half-time 3-0 from the first team players, and we won 3-0 again in the second half with the second string. So maybe there isn't a lot of difference between them all. Oh yeah, and I did say Lewis Beckett would have come on with Chisley, but of course he's not a right player. He's a left player. So he's come on for Conor Grant. Now Conor Grant did a lot for the team in the first half there. Yeah, so this Taylor that's going to take over from Chislett. So yeah, he will have his work cut out here. So I think you will see him taking corners and getting crosses in. So hopefully Beckett can do something. But that's the team changed. As we start the second half. So we'll see what we can do here. So if we can increase the amount of goals. And that's the changes coming up there on the screen. There comes Beckett, gets the ball in the centre, and Taylor. So yeah, we're seeing a bit of action of Lewis Beckett there, getting the ball in from the left. But if you've got plenty of good players on the pitch, you know, he can star, I think, as an ML. So 14 shots to 1, 8 corners to 2. But like in a couple of the friendlies, we've been losing possession, which we're now down to 44 to 56. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Let us know in the comments if anyone's would rather play with a lot of possession on 60 to 70 rather than 30 to 40. I know West Ham have been doing that. But they've been grinding results out, West Ham. I'm on about the real table, of course. So it's a corner. And Thomas Sang will take this for Port Vale. And the header there, just over the bar. But we've got a good fit side here. This is why I tend to play everyone on a 45-minute basis. Try doing that yourself when you're playing, just see how fit you can keep your players. All different, of course, once you start playing in the league. Here comes Lewis Beckett again down the left-hand side. Good cross. Oh, and off the post. And again. And this time Jones gets a good cross in. And Ellis Taylor. So it goes for a corner to Port Vale. So I'm really happy with the way the ML and the MR are playing here, considering their points isn't as good as it could be. And we've had 20 shots to Macclesfield's 1 and 12 corners to 2. But I would like to see a third goal in the second half. But we've got just over 15 minutes left to play. Gone a little bit quiet. And you can see from the ratings there that Lewis Beckett was the player of the second half. So that's encouraging. And a great shot from Alfie Devine there, just over the bar. But playing really well together as a team, I think, yeah. But tell me that at the end of the season, all I want to see this team do is survive, but maybe a little bit better than just hovering around the bottom four. So I'd be extra pleased if I could get somewhere like mid-table, even if I finished somewhere around 16th, 17th. That's a great ball. Wilson with a chance, passes it across, and James Plant, I'm sure I called him Platt earlier on. Anyway, James Plant puts it in the back of the net. A well-worked goal between those two. Port Vale 3, Macclesfield 0. I thought he was going to shoot, to be honest, but a great pass. And James Plant just had to make sure that was on target. 26 shots to 1, 13 corners to 2. And the possession 48 now to us and 52 to them. But again, not getting too excited with all these results because they are against lower league opposition. And we've got Ilkeston Town next. That's our last sort of non-league team. And then we're going to face Shrewsbury Town and Carlisle United. And then it'll be the start of the season. So I want to try and see if I can just bolster the team a little bit, try and get a few more new faces in, even if they're for the under-21 squad, and they'll just be rotation players for the season. I'd rather have that than be short on numbers. A free kick from Alfie Devine off the wall and goes out for a corner. 5 minutes left to go. Ellis Taylor with the corner. And the keeper's come and he's got it. But again, not much to do for George Wickens in his, I think he's played 3 friendlies now, but he only starts the first half. But he's done pretty well. So if you want a free Excel spreadsheet of the up-to-date Port Vale save, just go into the comments, you'll see the email address there. Just send that to me and I'll send you one back. And if you haven't subscribed, do that for me as well if you can. Leave a message of some kind and a like if you would. And just a 1 minute to add on at the end of the second half. So it's been another good performance. Just play in the centre of the field at the moment. Just running the clock down. 20 seconds left to play. And that's it. The whistle's gone. It's full time. Port Vale 3, Macclesfield 0. Back to the dressing room. We had some good players on show out there. And we'll praise the players up again. They deserve it. Right, and Callum Sullivan is signing up as well, so that's good news. So we'll accept that. So let's take out Lewis Beckett first of all, because he's already signed for us for the season. Right, so Callum Sullivan. I just want to quickly click into him. Yeah, he's a right only, but he does play in both those positions. So what I'm going to do with him, so we've got a left and a right, but I'll put him on right for now. So I'll just change that as he's a right footer. Let's have a look at his estimated value and estimated wage. So 351 to 18. Quite happy with £30,000 for him. And I've got him worth just over £1 million. 78,677. And there we go, he should be on somewhere around 3,500 plus in wages. Port Vale hammer Macclesfield. Yeah, it should have been more goals than that, but I'll take that all day long. And as we come to the end of the friendly, we will save the game as Port Vale 9, as that is the number of episodes that we've managed so far. So as that's saving, I just need to fill in the contract details and the wages for Callum Sullivan, and he will end up being a rotation player here. That's for both positions. And there we go. They're very pleased to make such a good signing, and I knew he was going to be anyway. So let's have a look. His contract is to 25 and is £525 per week. And that's good news, because he isn't a loan player. We can't afford to get any more of those at the club. So we've got 4 days to run this on before the next friendly, so let's hope we can get somebody else signed. And there we go. Jamie Donnelly is coming from Tottenham, and we will be paying £2,100 per week towards his wages. And it was around that. And he will be a striker for us. Which will take back out James Plant here. So he will become back into one of our under 21 players, but again will be used for rotation. And that puts us 2 lone players in the striker department. And he is going to be a very good player for us, Jamie Donnelly. And the figure down below there is nearly now 4,000 over budget in the strikers. Let's hope someone takes Ryan Loft off our hands. So that's done, that's him in the team. Now Loft is set to go to Morecambe on loan. So as you can see here, they want to pay 60% of the wages when he's playing. They want to pay 70% of the wages when he's on the bench, and then vice versa here. When he plays, they'll put another nearly 1,600 towards that. So we will be getting around, I would say, 2,200 for Ryan Loft. So we'll add that 2,200 in here. So that brings that figure down now to 1,779. We will also change Ryan Loft to loaned. So yeah, I'm happy with that. We've now got Don Brook injured. He's a young goalkeeper. He's only out for a couple of days. and just while that's forwarding, just want to go back to here. We've got one more player to arrive, and that's if he comes, that is Josh Hines. So I will run this game on to the next friendly, then in the next episode we will play that friendly, and then I will look at maybe bringing in a few more of these young players that are not so good. And that's our next friendly there against Ilkeston Town. I think they're up by Derby somewhere across there, up in the Midlands. Port Vale squad to be decided. I didn't really want to be doing this at the moment. Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort that out before the next friendly comes round. So we've only got Josh Hines to get, so let's just see. Yeah, he's still there. So I'm going to save this as Port Vale 9, as in the 9th episode, and then I'm going to do that off camera, if you like, and then when we come back I would have sorted the squad out and we'll be ready for our 5th friendly. But again, thanks for watching. If you got any comments you want to say to me or anything, just leave that in the comment section, and a like and a subscribe will be handy as well if you can do that. So we'll meet in episode 10. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks for watching.